unless manager is going to give us a go, I think that we may start off. But as we wait for him to be ready.
Okay, link na share to side.
Nashikilia. Yes, I greet us all. Good morning. Good morning once again. How many are happy today? Let me see. How many are happy? How many knows how to sing? How many knows how to sing? Yes. I want to take this opportunity to welcome us all to this meeting and to this debate. It is an important occasion, an occasion which is going to mark a great foundation of the position of our school in the next academic year. And by that I mean the leadership of the next student council lies on your hands. And therefore, by that it means we have to be thorough in what we're going to do. Such that if we have to produce leaders, we have to produce leaders who are going to raise high the banner of our university, who are going to ensure that our school is represented well, that our students otherwise who don't have a say, have people to air out their grievances. And by that, the commission saw it best that we may be able to have this particular debate between the respective school aspirants and of course the student council. I must confess that we are not stewards of time and we don't keep time. All of us, we don't keep time. As a leader, you're supposed to be up to the task and keep the time as it is required. And so, today is a day that the Congresses now, who are here, you're going to get to listen from the student council. Yesterday you were heard from the Kamkunji, and I can confess that it was a success and you all behaved well. That is a thumbs up for you, and the commission have acknowledged that kind of discipline that you showed. Now today is another time that you are now going to listen from the student council members and get to know and get to see who is best to fit where. As I had said earlier, the leadership of this school in the next academic year lies on your hands. And this is the avenue that the commission saw best, that you may be able to see the best leadership. I know all of us were leaders. And in every race, there's a loser. And as a leader, we must have to accept any outcome. If you know you lose today, you try again tomorrow. You don't fight, you don't scramble, but you accept. So today, I want you to be very keen as they are coming. It will be a session that is going to be live streamed online. People are joining over here. So you will be allowed to ask questions. Tuko pamoja? you can jot your question down. And you will be given a chance to speak. As I said, we're going to start with members of disability. There are 3. So they're going to come, sell their manifestos here and their agendas, and then after they are done, you will be asking questions and direct that question specifically to who. If it's Magero, direct it. I have a question for Magero. Tuko pamoja? Yes, we want to save on time. I want to welcome all of us. As we start the introduction, we introduce ourselves, then I will introduce the commissioners. Sorry? Before that, I must confess that I've sinned. I've gone too much without welcoming the presence of God to be amidst us. Please let us, with all humility, rise as I do a prayer. We are praying. Our Father and our Lord, who liveth high in heaven, Lord, in Jesus' name, we consecrate our lives unto Thee this particular bright afternoon that You've allowed us to see. Father, divine King, it's not because You're too perfect and righteous to see this afternoon. No, Lord. But it's because of Your unending mercy, grace, love, and blessing that You've always bestowed upon our lives. Father, at this juncture, we want to call upon Your presence. May Your Spirit hover within and without. The Lord, may this debate may be a success, and may we see Your presence over this place even as we start this particular meeting. Father, it's my prayer that You may give us a spirit that is going to make us talk in one accord, move in one voice, Lord Father in heaven. Lord, at the end of the day, we exalt Your name and glorify Your name because You deserve all praises and honor. Father and our Lord, we know that You have a people who can lead, who are to lead Your children. It is my prayer that, Lord, You may be able to direct us, and all of us who are inside here, that we may be able to choose the leaders who are going to be up to the task to represent their 1,000 students in this institution in the right way as a Moses. Our Father and our Lord, may You be with us now and forevermore. In Jesus' name I believe and pray. Amen. Thank you so much. Yes, I want to welcome all of us. We do an introduction. Yes, I remember during the sensitization we did the introduction, but I know quite a number of us do not have the privilege to attend, and by that we will do it very fast. You say what you're contesting for. Of course, your name, the school you come from. So, in that order, very fast. And we are starting from where? The other time we started from here. So today, I trust and believe you can start from the farthest back as we come. Congress is first, and then we'll go to the student council. So the farthest back as we come this way, to this other side. Let us be swift because of time. afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Lucy Nadiaka, a secondary student, School of Business, School of Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Greta Chia, third-year student, Civil and Structural Engineer, candidate for Congress and Education.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Machine, secondary in School of Science. I'm contesting for Congress in School of Science.
Did you get the outside?
Good afternoon. My name is Kevin Soro from School of Education. I'm testing for the post Congress. That's all. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Esther Bati, secondary student in the School of Business Economics and Management Sciences, contesting for Congress in the school. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dr. Chumba, School of Agriculture, contesting for Congress.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is David Shambet, School of Agriculture, second year, testing for Congress.
I'm Lawrence Juma, second year, School of Education, Congress.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I'm Sophie Mbelo.
Good afternoon.
My name is Dr. Mubian, School of Business, Economics and Management Sciences, contesting Congress at school. I'm a second year.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I am Carlos Brian, third-year student of the School of Education. I'm contesting for Congress in School of Education. Thank you.
So we're going to start. We'll use the sounds. You put that compare. We want to keep an seats because we're talking away. I know. You're going to remain. We have 4 seats over here. Please. That's the rule that we put. Okay, thank you. Please. Thank you so much. This one is.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Faith Chepngetich. I'm from School of Education, contesting for chairperson position. Thank you.
God is good. All the time. I'm Mundari Victor Arati, special member in charge of persons with disability. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. I'm Pamela Vela, a third-year student, School of Education, contesting for the post of treasurer. Thank you.
Shalom, everyone. I'm Nigeria, Veteran Taifa. I'm a second year student from the School of Business and Economics. I'm an education member in charge of. Thank you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon again. My name is Sana Kennedy. I'm a postgraduate contesting for special member in charge of postgraduate and international studies.
God is good. All the time. I'm Muslim Master and I'm I'm a second year from the School of Education.
Shalom, friends. Good afternoon. So I go by the name Daniel Man. I'm a third year student in School of Business. I'm contesting for the position of Secretary General.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Alice Moki. I'm a fifth year in the School of Engineering. And I'm contesting for the position of special member in charge of business sports and development. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Jackie Marshall, a second year student in the School of Education, contesting for treasurer.
Greetings,
you so much.
Thank you for introducing yourselves. I want to come up front here. I want to introduce to you the Student Electoral Commission. I like introducing them because they are family, and we work as a unit. And at no point in time should you have any doubts about this commission. Let them introduce themselves from the farthest right that happens to be a farthest left. Thank you. You can kindly come over and speak with this woman. So as she comes, mnaweza kuwa mnamfuata tu mkikuja. Yes. So you can hold this as you talk. You are live, yeah?
It's okay.
Yes. People from United States of America are watching you.
Not really. All right. Good afternoon. I'm Soto Martino from the School of Engineering, a fifth-year student pursuing civil and structural engineering in charge of policy and logistics. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Penedy Sorotich from School of Business, Town Campus. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Cornelius Aleper from School of Business, Town Campus, fourth-year student. Name of the commission. Thank you.
Good afternoon to you all. My name is Anthony, a School of Agriculture student pursuing design, and I wish you all the best as you contest for your seats. Thank you very much.
Yes, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Yes, it is not a matter of life and death. We should be happy. I'm Russia's boy, or Juma Leonard. I'm in charge of security as per today. I know before we start, I will come back to give you the ground rules. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Ruth Sawani in the School of Education, pursuing English and Literature. I'm in the security team, and one thing I noted yesterday is that most of you did not sensitize a lot of voters. So as we also campaign, let's remember to sensitize more people so that the students can know the people they are choosing to represent them. Have a good day and all the best in your elections.
Okay, good afternoon, leaders. I'm Lawrence Njoroge from the School of Business, pursuing economics. I'm in the logistics committee. So I wish you all the best, but kindly, kuna hiyo link imetumwa kwa hiyo group, so share the link widely. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
So I'm Lorraine Nelima from the School of Education. I'm part of the logistics committee. All the best.
Good afternoon all. I'm Paul Ringa, School of Science, pursuing analytical chemistry and computing. I'm in the security committee. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon. I hear no response. Good afternoon. I'm Rema Muleki from the School of Business. Today I serve as your timekeeper. So kindly, when you're speaking, time should be at par. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Munaka so sullen or you are hungry? We should order some lunch. Okay, anyway, my name is Gloria Chepngeno. Yeah, I'm a fourth-year student in the School of Education, pursuing special needs education. Yeah, and by the grace of God, I serve as the secretary to the SEC committee. Yeah, looking forward to hear from you. And even
Welcome all of you, students and great affiliates of University of Eldoret. This is a platform that we have organized for your own benefit, for you to get to know the people you're going to vote in. There's a time they're going to sell out their manifestos, and it is up to you now to decide on who exactly you're going to see fit for the contested positions. I want to take this opportunity to, in a very special way, welcome you. If you have any question to ask for anybody, feel free to type it down on the comment section. We have a team that is going through the questions. So if you have any burning question after an aspirant has said or made known to you his or her manifestos and agendas, please just find it pleasure to type down the questions. I want to take this opportunity once again, dear leaders, to welcome the Commissioner in charge of security to come and get to make known the ground rules even as we start this particular session. Welcome.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. That means that we have started officially. And now, the ground rules are very simple. One, we are professionals. We are practicing what is being practiced out there, but in a professional manner. Session or a burning concern, you raise your hand, then you will be selected. Number 3, kindly don't ask irrelevant, personal, rhetorical questions. Don't be too personal. Can you ask questions that somebody can answer? And also, do not ask questions that are by irrelevant. Do not ask a question to maybe say treasurer, something that the admin is the ones who can answer. So, as simple as that. Today there will be no heckling. We do it professionally, we do it safely, smartly, and I've seen a number of guys who are not Congress members. In case I tell you to move out so that we can create room for those Congress persons who have not arrived, kindly just respect that. Sawa. Thank you.
Oh, there's something we forgot to pass across. It is going on live, yes? So it's live right now. Please ensure that you share the link. Also, kindly share out the link to your supporters and to your followers. Waingie waone kina nani asua wanamtesa students. Thank you.
So, remind me, Mr. Chair, persons in charge of disability, we are given how many minutes?
I even told the special member in charge of disability, postgraduate, sports and treasury, we're going to have a maximum of 10 minutes each.
10 minutes.
SG 15 minutes, and chairperson 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you. Let's start. Victor Onderi Arati, welcome.
Okay, good afternoon, the 11th Student Council nominees. As you have heard, I'm Warati Undari Victor, contesting for the special member seat in charge of persons with disability. These are some of the manifestos that I will be working on once I be elected as the 11th Student Council member. Number one, I will I will facilitate issue of persons with disability washrooms, that is, modern washrooms for persons with disability, hostel F for ladies, and hostel D for gentlemen. I will facilitate this because our university is a world-class university and we expect all types of persons with disability all over. So we must be well prepared for this as a university. Another one, during admissions, I will ensure there is registration of persons with disability and have a record of students with disability within our university. The third point, those students with physical disabilities, I will ensure they have access to central services, e.g. the mess, the hostel officer, and the hostel keeper. Just in case of any need, we can get to them easily. Also, I will ensure that those with visual disabilities will have access to large print exams, both when doing CATs and when doing end of semester exam. I will do this through liaising with the chair mainstreaming committee, who is Dr. Orao. Another point, I will ensure that students with disability participate in activities, participate in entertainment and games. I will do this by liaising with the sports director and the special member in charge of games, entertainment, and sports. Also, I will facilitate assessment process, and this I will do it through special member in charge of persons with disability office, liaising with the Dean of Students office. Another point, I will ensure that persons with disabilities are taken care of in UEZO activities. That is, we will have persons with disability awareness day. We will have workshop for persons with disability, and also we will have a sensitization for persons with disability and the entire university to know how to take care of persons with disability within. Also, NRIs in case, I will ensure that NRIs in case arising from persons with disability is taken or is well catered for. I will do this through liaising with the Dean of Student Office in matters welfare and the mainstreaming committee, Dr. Orao, in matters academics. Another one, I will ensure that persons with disabilities are exposed to opportunities within the university. The opportunities include work study and bursary allocations. I will also ensure that persons with disability get timely service. Once a case arises, I will ensure that the case is addressed at the appropriate time without the students straining much with the problem. Also, there is a mentorship program which is ongoing, being planned by the national government, and I'm putting much efforts to ensure that the program, once I be elected, is conducted within our premises at the University of Eldoret, where we'll have some dignitaries like the CS education, and we will make the face of our university known outside there. Finally, there's a program I'm liaising currently with the Chief Whip, Honorable Silvanus Osoro, and my area MB, Honorable Alpha Ondieki Miruka, to ensure that once we are elected as the 11th Student Council, we will have to face the National Government Assembly of Kenya. Congresses, I'm humbly requesting for your support. All of this will be made possible through your support. I believe in myself, I believe in service delivery, and I won't disappoint you as the comrade of University of Eldoret. Thank you very much for lending me your ears for this time. Thank you. Finally, as I leave stage, kindly take, maybe if they have 1 or 2 questions, I'm going to present, to represent the University of Eldoret in a burial of our comrade in Siaya County. So maybe I will be leaving, and you might say that this person ameogopa maswali ametoroka. No, you can just ask, then I just leave. Thank you.
Okay, we pick at least 3 online. Online, we pick 1 online, we pick 3 in the room. Any? Okay, let me start with Alois.
So what should I like you to answer is, in last term, academic term we are in office.
Yes.
You have told us about maybe facilitating the placing of military toilets for the people with special needs in the hostel B and hostel F. Was it hostel F? But anyway, that's the hostels. So I want you to hear from you. The last time you were in office, how was this not possible during that time? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you have noted it down, so you will answer the 3. Any other? Siraj?
Thank you, Victor. My question is in reference to the investors, and I'm glad that it has been asked by one of our members here. But I just want you to provide clearance or lucidity on the matter that you served in the previous office and your tenure. What belie you to pursue all of these manifestos that you're telling us today? Thank you.
Last one from the floor. Okay, we pick one from outside.
Okay, I think this question has been asked. I read it the way it is. From Comrade Osoro. On ensuring that Hostel C are for people with disabilities, what have you done since last time you promised the same and you have not done anything? Are you trying to fool us? Thank you.
Again, for the benefit of the people who have not heard the question, so you can reframe the question again with your mic, says that was key. Sasa kama ile unauliza pale hawajasikia. So when I frame the question and then you answer. You frame the question, you answer.
To start with washrooms, the matter I have addressed it in the previous regime to the administration, and the administration has adopted it. And as you all know, the administration takes quite some time to implement some of the rising cases. So issues with PWD washrooms has been addressed to the VC himself and the management at large, and they have agreed that from next financial year, they are going to do something on it. I was in the previous regime. Someone has asked, why didn't I make this possible? I think I have made quite a number of them possible, like registration. The previous regime, I was given about 45 members, but this regime, I managed to raise the number to about 65 members. In this, it's not only for first years, but to both second year, third year, and fourth years who are not in the previous regime. Concerning Hostel C, thing in the D, where we have the gym, it's only that the gym, they have not relocated from the place. I have been fighting for it, and a memo was released last week, this week on Monday, that those who are at the gym should need to vacate with immediate effect. And I'm going to do a follow-up to ensure that before we go home, we have placed tools which persons with disabilities are going to use starting next semester in that room where the gym is currently, and they are supposed to relocate to the old site there. Thank you.
Thank you. Your time is up. Let me welcome Josephine. Josephine, wherever you are. Josephine has not appeared. Clarence.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Though I don't like using the word good because I'm not sure if everyone of you is good, but it's okay. So, as you have heard, I'm Clarence Anyanji Kotran from School of Business. I'm pursuing Bachelor of Science in Project Planning and Management. I know some of you know me as a cipher, but that is part of the entertainment. Since you know I'm also an entertainer. But first, before I start, please, with your permission, Chair, allow me to ask all the comrades in the room to stand up in the commemoration of the fellow comrades from this Kenyatta University who we have lost. If you can stand for like 30 seconds to command them. Please, Chair. Thank you, Kathina. Okay, first, before I start giving you my manifesto or what I have, first, allow me to explain to you what is, or define to you what is this PWD, as you have heard from different people. I know maybe some of you cannot really tell what is it. According to the National United Nations, it is being defined as, of course it has so many definitions, but the main one is that disability is defined as anything physical, mental, that can affect or limit a person to do the normal thing. And keep in mind that this might be physical or mental, but for you to be recognized as person with disability, you have to be recognized by the government. And I think that the reason why you normally hear that you normal to have the card and you have to be assessed by the government. On to my first manifesto, sorry if I was playing. But the first one, I would like to talk on the commercial part of the group. You know, we are people with disability in the University of Eldoret, so we have a group. Maybe you normally see us around, but we have a group as people. So in the group, we normally have so many functions. Maybe as you have heard from my competitor, that we normally have functions like workshops and maybe disability awareness. So that shows you how strong that group is. And keep in mind that I'm aware that in this school we have so many groups, so many movements in terms of maybe sports, cultural, maybe other things for like clubs and society, of which I also can categorize it as one of them. But this is special because if you are not aware that this group, we have a special mainstreaming committee that represents this group in the administration office, led by the Dr. Orao. And in the same group, we have the dean of students in the group. Still, we have the DVC us in the same group. So that shows how this group is very strong. And therefore, we need to make it strong, not unlike the way it has been before. So I will like to work on the commercial part whereby, as a group, we have heard that it's very strong, but it's so sad that this group, we don't have financial, despite having an account. We have an account of our own, but so sad at the end of the year, or even now, if you get a chance to see that account, we don't have even a pen. So you see, we are people with disability, and we know that most of our activities, most of the things that we do, we normally need so many financial supports. So what I think I will do, I've told you that this group, we have Dean of Students in the group, and we have the Vice Chancellor, the Deputy Vice Chancellor in the same group. I was thinking that if I be elected, the first thing to push is that I'll come with the policy through the 11th Student Council, whereby we can be getting a small portion from the university account. Like, let's say, if you get 20,000 or 10,000 every month, that will be deposited in an account by the school account. I think by the end of the year, which we have 12 months times 10, that is 120,000. Times 20, that is 240,000. So you see, from the account they have reduced just a little amount of the money, but from in our account we have got a lot of money. So that is one. On the same point, I think the way we can raise the money for people with disabilities, that in the school we have a very big land. If I'm not wrong, I think we have a total space of 3 kilometers square as University of Eldoret, but we have used in construction. So far we have covered only 10 or less than 10% of the land. So that shows how big this land is that is not usable. I was saying that if we have been elected, I'll come with this policy whereby we can be starting our own project as people with disability, maybe we start agriculture or any other activity like poultry or something else that you can be getting to raise some funds. And how can I do this possible? Keep in mind, for those who know me, I think I once shared this, that I've got a chance to meet somebody very important with the daughter to the president, and we were talking to her for some time, and I shared this idea before to her. But see, for her to come and implement that thing, you all know that she loves agriculture. For those who know Shalim, she loves agriculture very much. So I shared this idea to her, and she told me that for her to take part in it, I should engage the school management first. And for me to engage the school management, I was to be in that position where I can directly communicate or use the student council. So I think when you elect me, this will be the perfect time to do it. So another one, the second one, I think, is the co-curricular activity. As you know that people with disability, apart from the condition we have, we normally say that God cannot deny you everything, isn't it? The same way God cannot give you everything, the same way He cannot deny you anything. And if I quote Helen Keller, who once said that if you can do just one thing perfect, then keep in mind that you are needed by someone. So I feel, for me, I know that people with disability are very much talented. We have so many talent, but for you to know that you are talented, you have to do a thorough research on who you are. You need to do some engagement with people to know that which place you are good in. Like for me, I believe that I'm good in poetry and I'm good in some sports like chess and Scrabble. And for me to realize this is because since primary, keep in mind that in primary I went to special school, that is Portrait Special School in Mombasa. In high school I went to Mombasa Secondary School for the people with disabilities, still in Mombasa. So I've interacted with so many people with disability in my life. And because those schools have been special for people like us, I've got a chance to do this activity. And for me, to discover what place I'm good in, because I've got a chance to interact in it severally. So for people with disability in this school, we have been in this school, let's say, you see, kama sisi people with disability, hapa shule we have so many activities tunafanyanga, but the third part ni kwamba, if any function that happen in the school, like say for example the last graduation, sorry I was not around, but I got information that most people who are being given the chance to participate or to entertain the guests were people from drama club. Does not mean that some of us having something to showcase or to present, but it's because of the mentality and the experience that was shown before. We have seen so many people, we have seen so many activities in the school that people with disability, from the drama club have been performing in different activities. So people know in mind that if you want entertainment, we go straight to the people from the drama club, which is not the right thing. We have so many people who can present in the same activities. So if as people with disability given that chance to be performing, to be given that forum of showing what we have, I think it will be the best thing that might be ever happen. And for this to take place easily, when I was in first year, that was last year, we were promised that we are going to be given a special room, a specific room that will be specific for people with disability. And that was none other than the current gym room. We were told that in the far end, we have a construction that is going on where those who want to do gym and other activities will be placed there. But the room that we are having now should be ours there, but we will be doing activities and anything else that we wish to do as people with disability. But so sad, up to now, nothing has happened, of which I believe is because maybe somebody is not pushing it in the management. But if you have been elected, I think that will be one of my responsibilities. Another point is that the accessibility. Another point is the accessibility, whereby we know that there are some buildings like education complex and the business complex, not forgetting the library. These buildings are very tall. I don't deny that we have some ramps in this building, yes. But do you think that it is very easy to use those ramps to go up to the topmost floor? I don't think it's that, okay, it's possible to do it, but it's not that easy. You need more energy to push that wheelchair. Of course, we don't have it now, but we don't know about the tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. We might have some wheelchair in this school and it might be a problem. So I think this building should be having some lifts that can be made possible for people with wheelchair to move upwards or to go any floor that they wish to go. Because of time, allow me to stop there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's wonderful. Any questions? Any three from the floor? Okay, none? Okay, thank you, Clarence. And you may resume your seat.
Thank you.
And for those who have spoken, you have done well. Now, let's continue. We are moving on well. We are on postgraduate students, special member in charge of postgraduate and international students. And I I invite Kennedy Kisinya have the floor.
Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, before maybe I say something, maybe let me start by clarifying. My name is Kennedy Kisanya, not Kisinya. That is my name. I'm an aspirant in the docket for postgraduates and international students. I'm very happy to be here today, and we know that we didn't keep our time very well. We didn't factor in that important factor of time. But I want to thank you for your patience, for waiting for this session. Now, as a postgraduate aspirant for the and international students, I have 3 manifesto that I'm hoping that when I get there, with the help of God and the fellow student council committee, we are going to ensure that at least we propel this manifesto to the latter and ensure that as students for postgraduates and international students, as well as the undergraduates also, are well represented. So my first manifesto is inclusivity and diversity. So I want to ensure that as a member for postgraduate and international students, we reflect the diverse backgrounds and the cultures of different students. Remember that when you talk about the international students, they are not only postgraduates. We have those international students who are undergraduates. And also, being there as a member for postgraduate and international students doesn't mean that undergraduates are not considered. Remember that we'll be in that committee, and that committee will not be headed by different people, but we will form one committee that we are going to discuss issues that are affecting all of us, not only the postgraduates and international students, but all of us. We must be included in that. It is good that we go ahead and establish some platforms that we might be able, or we will be able to have dialogue and bring collaboration amongst us, so that in case there is an issue or there is something that needs to be addressed, it will be easy for us to know. It will be easy for it to reach at our desk in a good time, so that at the end of it all, the students' welfare will be well represented. I've been here, I've been an undergraduate in this institution, and I understand very well some of these small issues that we have here and there, and I understand very well the strengths of this institution, that is the University of Eldoret. This is a very good university, and we must be able to be here to build this university for the next generation, and ensure that whatever we are going to do today have some kind of sustainability for our future. We'll be, as you're seated there today, tomorrow you'll be a student here again in the postgraduate department. And now that means that we need to do something today that will be able to even help you in those later dates. Number 2, I want to ensure there's a kind of academic support in this docket. So we want to expand access to academic resources. You see that we are now moving in a digital world, and we need to do what? To digitalize our academics. We need to make education as cheap as possible, accessible to all. Remember that
we all underwent through education, that is the basic education, which was a constitutional right for all of us. But now, we also have to ensure that this higher education is accessible for all. We are going to ensure that at least we have some kind of workshops, that we are going to have trainings. We are going to be informed on the various opportunities that are there. And then we also have to at least implement some mentorship programs. I know that we are as a young generation, we are facing a lot of things here and there. And it is good that we be able to do what? To focus and see how we can do to at least help each one of us and the future generation. So I'm not going to take much of your time. Let me just go straight to the third manifesto, that is to promote cultural exchange and integration. Remember that in this institution, we are not only Kenyans. We are not only one tribe, but we are from different tribes, we are from different backgrounds, and we are from different nationalities. So it is good that we promote cultural exchange programs and events to celebrate the diversity and foster cultural understanding among students from different backgrounds. So that is another thing that it is good that we focus and highlight on that. I know it will be my first time to be in that docket, but I believe that leadership is something that can be built. Leadership is something that is inbuilt. You can just go there and we say that Mswahili alisema Mungu akikupa kilema ukupa na mwendo. Kwa hivyo tunajua itawezekana na tutaweza kufanya vile tunaweza ensure that every student is well represented in this university as both undergraduates and postgraduates. So I cannot promise you heaven, but I'll go and ensure that I do what is possible and what can be done. What can be done will be done. And what is impossible, we will just give our recommendations. And for the future leaders, I know that people are going to do what? Are going to do something if it makes sense. So allow me to stop there and thank you for your time.
Yes, thank you. Let's have questions very fast. Very fast questions from the. You know nothing about international students. Yes, we are local. We are only from. Okay, anyone from? Any questions from online? So it's clear that university of Eldoret student doesn't know anything affecting international students. Thank you, Mr.
Okay. Yes.
A question. Yes.
So I want you just to share with us what way and how are we going to make sure that those international students and their undergraduates are being involved and they work together to share that culture.
Okay. Any other question? Okay, so thank you very much, my brother. That's a very good question. That's a very good area of concern. Yeah, I know that we normally have that cultural day for that's normally conducted by undergraduates, and but I want us to do this. It is good that we can involve the postgraduate students and also the international students in that. We have students, as I said earlier, that we have students from different countries, different backgrounds, different cultures. So let us not just going there. Let us not just be going there to say that we are going to have the Kenyan tribes. Like we have the Gusi presenting something, we have the Kalenjins, we have the Luos, we have the Luyas, and the others. We are not going to do that. At least it is good that we say, hey, let's today have a time. Let's have these people from Rwanda presenting an item. Let us see their culture. Let us learn from them. Remember, that is the purpose for education. Education is to bring social integration. Education is to make us be good social agents. Education is to make us at least be able to appreciate different cultures and different backgrounds from different people. So that is very good, and that is what we are going to do, actually. Yeah. Thank you. So, my fellow brothers and sisters, that's the Congress, I just want to urge you with a lot of humility that after you get there, please let us see how we can go and work together. Consider Ken Kisanya as your representative in the docket for postgraduate students and international students. Thank you.
Thank you, Minister. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was well done. Collins Kiplagat will be our next speaker. Collins Kiplagat, wherever you are. Agent for Collins Kiplagat.
Yes, the text of me is some minutes away from here, so we'll give him some more time. He's going to join us. So we'll get him to talk it.
Okay. Collins is not around, so we will move to the next docket, sports and entertainment. And in this docket, we will start by Alex Mwangi Nderitu as our first speaker.
As Mwangi is coming, let us not be tools to our phones. Let us listen to what we are talking about. By the way, we are so much pinned to our phones, we're not listening. I mean, they are addresses, right? And we try to look for potential leadership. How do you get potential leadership if you don't even listen to what they are saying? So please, let us not get so much pinned to our phones and concentrate a little bit. Again, on timekeeping, please let us keep time. We don't want to inaganya mtoto mic. Let us keep time. And of course, question, jot them down. Just as he's speaking, if you hear the pregnant point you want to raise, maybe a concern, a question, write down. Immediately finishes you have those grounds, you ask. School you want to
So thank you very much for that issue. The SEC and my fellow candidates and congresses. Good afternoon once more. Yes, my name is Alex Mwangi. I'm a fourth-year student in the School of Engineering. I take Mechanical and Production Engineering as my course of study. And to begin with, I've been into leadership. I've been a leader. I'm the outgoing Congress School of Engineering. I've been a Secretary General in the Engineering Students Association, and we've done a tremendous job there. We've actually shaped the Engineering Students Association to the association it is right now. Yeah. So this is not the first time I'm coming to ask for a position. I know what is expected of me. And today, I stand before you in great passion for sports and entertainment. I have my manifestos. I'll be very brief because of time. I'll talk about innovation and creativity in our sports. And on this, Chapter 4 of our Constitution gives the responsibility of a special member in charge of sports and entertainment, and it outlines that the special member for sports and entertainment can provide entertainment to all students. In this sense, our institution is very wanting in terms of entertainment. I have a well laid out plan, if you guys give me an opportunity to serve you, to install common rooms where students can chat, students can go, they can chat, and they can do some indoor games. They can play pool table, for instance. They can watch football, because a university of our standard, a comrade should not be struggling, paying 30 bob to go watch a Premier League game outside. That is as much as entertainment is concerned. I have also another point on inclusivity. If you guys give me a chance to serve you, I'll make sure that every comrade, regardless of your physical abilities, regardless of your ethnicity, that you feel part and parcel of our university. And I'll ensure this by especially that point of people with disabilities. That was actually my point number 1 in my manifesto. Games and sports is not only for us who have abilities. Even these people, PWDs, have very nice talents, and they should be given that opportunity to showcase their talents and show their area of expertise in terms of sports and entertainment. There's also another issue of infrastructural development. If you walk around, for those who play football, we have a new site ground there. When it's raining, you cannot play there. You cannot play, actually, because that field is in very bad state, and it's in my manifesto that when I get there, I'll champion for things like that. We'll sit down in a budget-making process and see how we can accommodate such things so that those people who engage in sports have been given a good environment to showcase their talents. Another point is on empowering drama clubs and athletes. You know, these athletes are our brothers and sisters. And every day we hear them complaining about per diems, especially when they go out. You hear that they're given 800, they've gone to a place like Nairobi, and they're being given 800 per day to sustain them. I don't know the criteria behind it, but I'm very sure when you guys give me that opportunity to be there, I'll lobby for resources so that we can get an opportunity to appreciate these people. Because when they go there, they raise our flag very high and bring glory to the University of Eldoret. For instance, they just ended drama festivals in Kimathi University. Our drama club did very nice, and I feel they deserve all the credits and they should be appreciated. Another thing is teamwork. You know, congresses are the people who feel the heat on the ground. You guys, I know you are going through a lot campaigning because I've been there. I understand that, like, because the last year I vied for that position. I know what you guys are going through, and sometimes the reward is not up to standard. I'll ensure that I involve all my congresses in all the activities that we do as a docket, because there are so many. We have the cultural events and other activities that happen in the university. I feel that congresses are the people who should be the busybodies, especially in those events. They're the people who should be, even if it comes to security, they should even provide security, and they get that penny. Yeah, that is all I have. I don't want to take so much time, so that I give you a chance to ask questions.
Anyone? There is one. We have another one. From online one. Okay.
I just have one question. You talked about comrades. You're saying that comrades don't need to pay that money for reaching the African money. But now, as far as the game is concerned, we have that yes that needs to be paid. We need to pay that subscription fee. How can we watch for free? I don't know, but just don't like them that you have a free room where you watch a game, and yet you need that DS, you need that screen, and they need to be purchased. Can you tell us how we are going to have that free? Well, those are one of the participants who will run there and take the front seat and watch that free. Thank you.
Okay, a question for you. What are your plans for Chebli?
Okay, thank you. I'll start with my brother.
Ask the last question so that you combine some of them. You just answer that. Oh, then you lose. I'm only making 3 questions because of that. Alright.
Thank you. Thank you, Madam Alex. I think the question was coming as to add. I had some comments from various schools. There's biasness in the school community. And that we find that there are so many people who are talented, but they are not being given a chance to the school team. So, which criteria we really need to ensure that every individual is treated. Okay, thank you. I'll start with my brother. I think you need to familiarize yourself with what happens in USO. USO is a budget, and it's how wise you plan your budget with your council. I think that is an enough answer, because I don't think we require so much resources to put up a common room. We actually don't have to build the common room. We have the rooms here. We have the rooms for gyms, because if at all we can have a room where people can go and create and do things like like gym. Why not? Should we have a common room so where people can just go and watch football? I don't know about paying for the subscription. The DSTV is paid per month. That's not a lot of money. I think it's somewhere 3,000, 3,500, and it's something that surely you cannot say is unbearable by the Students' Council. Is it okay? So the other question, the online question, we have the CHEP League. I'm very aware of the CHEP League. Actually, my idea on CHEP League is to improvise, is to restructure CHEP League so that we accommodate students. I know that CHEP League, there are so many people who participate, and they are not even students. My idea is that we come together with the committee that facilitates CHEP League, so that we can see on our way we can involve the 8 schools of our university, including the postgraduate representatives. They can come up with a team, and we can have a league that represents the 8 schools, that has the face of our university. On the issue of school team, can I answer? The school team, I understand that. I've had such complaints, but when we have a strong CHEP League, that one should reflect in the school team, because players who are in school team should come from CHEP League, and they should be bona fide students of the University of Eldoret. Thank you.
Yes, that was very nice. One, kindly limit the movement, and we are supposed to listen. We are not supposed to joyride. We are in a debate. It's a debate. Most of us are just using their phones. They are just linking with their now. So can we listen? Can we try and listen, ask questions, and we move very fast? We limit movement. Hapo nje nini. So if the next speaker, kindly, as you come, try use 7 minutes, then we leave 3 minutes for questions, so that we make it 10. Alex Mwangi has done this. Now we have flag Wamanda. We have Wamanda. Yes.
Esteemed leaders, members of the Student Commission, and distinguished guests, good afternoon. Before you is Flavian Wamanda, a student from School of Education, a teacher of physics and chemistry. I am honored to stand before you today as a candidate for the position of special member in charge of entertainment, games, and sports I'm excited to share my vision and plans for enhancing the vibrant culture of entertainment, fostering the love of games, and promoting active participation in sports within our university community. As we gather here, it is crucial to recognize the immense value that entertainment, games, and sports bring to our university experience. They serve as avenues of creativity, teamwork, personal growth. They create moments of joy and health competition that enrich our lives beyond the classroom. For this position, there are three key elements, three key terms, that is entertainment, games, and sports. There are different things that are done differently. For entertainment, these are activity, performance, or events to entertain. For example, we have the cultural performance, and we have things like dancing, we have things like music, we have things like comedy. For games, are structured activities with the rules and objectives. For example, those people play volleyball, those people play tennis. And for sports, are physical activities that involve competition. And in this, we have things like karate, and we also have things for defense and for fitness, maybe for a gym or wherever. My vision for this role is rooted in 5 core principles. So these 5 core principles are my manifesto. So number 1, inclusivity. Number 2 is improvement. Number 3 is awareness. Number 4 is feedback mechanisms. And number 5 is talent nurturing. So firstly, I'll start with inclusivity. I'm committed to promoting inclusivity by ensuring that our entertainment events, games, and sports activities are accessible to all students regardless of background or ability. So when I'm voted into that position, I'll ensure that everyone participates. Everyone who wishes to participate in that should be given a chance to participate, even if doesn't have ability, because we know that we just develop ability. Yeah, nothing is impossible. So we can develop those abilities. So any person, any student from University of Eldoret that will wish to participate should be given an equal opportunity as those who have experience in that. That one is in creating a welcoming and supportive environment where everyone feels encouraged to participate and express their talents. You realize that many people in our university have talents, but they don't get the opportunity to express them or to practice them so that they can perfect them. So when I'm voted in that post, I'll ensure that everyone who wishes to participate is given a chance to participate. Secondly, is improvement of facilities. Advocate for the enhancement of existing facilities to cater to the interests of a wide variety of students in our university. So for example, you will realize that in our hostels, the boys' hostels, sometimes in the girls' hostels, we have that space where when clothes are washed, they are supposed to be hung so that they dry. We will go there and find out that boys are playing there. That is their field of playing football, yeah? They play football there, so you'll wonder. This university has a lot of land. Land is very big, and the space is much that we can create spaces for such people to practice. Yeah, and when they practice, we see their talents, we see they are capable, we can take them for competitions to represent our university. So when I'm voted in this post, I'll ensure that those people who play around hostels should not play there again. That there is a special place, there is a field for them, tools that are in good condition so that they practice. They practice that. Thirdly, is creating awareness to all students to know about these things, that is entertainment, games, and sports. You will realize that most people, as I've done research, do not know about the events and things that are going on in our university. That is in subject of entertainment, games, and sports. There is this thing of presidential awards. When you ask people, they are not aware. Most people are not aware, so people get the information late. They say, oh, I wish I could knew earlier. I could have engaged or practiced in it, and it could have helped me at some point. So I'll be creating awareness in all activities that take place in our universities, in our university concerning entertainment, games, and sports. Fourth is feedback mechanism. Feedback mechanism, because for the people we serve, I believe that we serve, but we need to hear from them. We serve, yes, but we need to hear from them. What are their suggestions? How are they commenting on how you are working? So when I get there, I'll ensure that I put in place a feedback mechanisms so that I get suggestions from students. For example, for the case of cultural week, that is cultural performances, I'll be seeking suggestions from students. Which artists do they want? Which MC do they want? Wanataka nini exactly? What do they want? So sio tu ati mimi nitaenda huko niseme so I'm in charge of this and I'm a director, I go and bring someone. No. I'll be asking for the actually to hear their views, so that when we have that cultural week, everyone feels accommodated, everyone feels happy about it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. And fifth, enhance event management. I'll enhance event management, and I promise to improve organizations and management of entertainment to ensure that they run smoothly and enjoyable for all participants. So management is crucial for any post or any role. Without management, without accountability, you cannot be able to counter or to say what you have done. So I'll ensure I do that. Throughout my campaign tenure, I pledge to listen to the feedback of students and work collaboratively with members of the Student Council and management of University of Eldoret to strive for excellence in all aspects of my role. Together, we can create a dynamic and enriching environment that celebrates our talents, passions, and achievements. I humbly request for your support and trust in me to serve as your special member in charge of entertainment, games, and sports. Let's embark on this journey together to create a memorable experience and opportunities for growth for all of our members. Thank you. God bless you. God bless University of Eldoret. Any questions?
Okay. Let me start with you. Very fast.
I have a question to you on inclusivity. Okay. We know we are in a changing world, and we must look at other aspects and other things that we usually do today. Actually, I'm addressing what about the PS games? You know, most of us play the PS games, and recently, I think 2019, I think the BYOB, the Be Your Own Boss movement, they had the organizing of games where PS gamers would challenge one another, and there was a prize. So for me, I would like to ask, now on matters of inclusivity, have you considered PS games as a factor? Because we as comrades, you know, we spend our times on these games. So it would be a good one. Just a question.
Can you be precise? Number two. Let me pick Lamek.
Thank you so much. I would ask about awareness. It's just to maybe one concern. The history is going to use that to put awareness there. What are you going to do based on the notice for away with what's into the docket? And then on talents, I want to ask, what talent do you have that is in transparent what you are running for and how you are going to use it to bring the matter of inclusivity and Dr. Kwan. Thank you.
Mr. Lawrence, you talk about the progress in suggesting the art artist. What if progress suggests for an artist what, for instance, 200,000, which is not within your budget? How are you going to go about that?
I can't get you clearly, please.
I said, you talk about environment complex in suggesting the artist, right? What if a complex suggests an artist? Maybe 200,000, which is not within your budget. How are you going to source other funds so that you bring the artist who is the fund for performance?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We were giving the floor, 3 online. Now, 1 online, but how many have I locked out who wanted to ask question? How many? 2. Alois and Laura. Can you do that in 30 seconds? Both of you. Okay, Alois.
Okay, definitely. So the first concern we talked about the sporting activities and how to improve. We talked about the students who are playing the NSS. So can you kindly clarify to us how are you going to move them from playing the NSS to get into the field? Another one I've been asked, so I want to take it, was about creating awareness. So thank you.
Very fast, right?
Thank you in 10 seconds. So this is a message I was told to pass to you from Cameroon yesterday. There was a complaint that there's always a tendency of we have a freshers' night. And the comrades were complaining that a freshers' night should start from noon to down. So, what plans are you having to put that into account? And if not, they told me not to go for any special member in charge of sports where he or she acts as pedagogue. So, can you also if that's all, because it is called a cultural, it means that it should start from Monday to Saturday. What plans are you also having to spearhead that? Thank you.
Very fast, numbers.
Yes. What plans do you have to ensure that students participate in these activities?
I'm giving you 2 minutes, 1 minute 30 seconds to answer all those questions.
Okay, very fast. I'll start with the question from Lawrence Raila Jr. So he has talked about freshers to start from noon and also the cultural to start from Monday to Saturday. So in line with that, I don't have maybe the mandate to say, to talk about that. But when I get into that office or in that position, I'll liaise with the management and the student council so that we request from the management so that those things can be effected. Alois has asked about sporting behind hostels. So I said that there will be no actually games and playings in hostels, but rather we'll have to look for a ground. We have a space, Pale Juice Arova, we have the pavilion. So we'll liaise and know and inform everyone that playing should not be in the hostels, but should be in the field, and we support them in that field. Another question was about PS games. So for PS games, that one also is in line with the management and the student council, and that is the budget. So when I get to there, I'll present this issue so that it's included into the budget, so that PS equipments are availed. Another question was about awareness. So how I will provide awareness of what I've said. I'll provide awareness. We have providing awareness through online WhatsApp groups, create group for the same for entertainment, games and sports. I'll provide awareness from there. I'll also provide awareness by the help of the members of the student council by producing a memo and posting it to our notice board in the university. Another question was was about feedback mechanism. That was from our brother asking if they suggest an artist worth 1 million, then the budget is 200,000. What will we do? So for this case, for the artists and MCs who come for the cultural week, it is budgeted. So before we go to that budget and budget for everything that will be done, I'll seek your suggestions. So when I seek your suggestions, when we go to form a budget, that's when I'll present that issue. Yeah, thank you for your time. I believe that I'm capable of doing it. Oh, I forgot. Someone asked my talent in this field. I've been a footballer since primary. Yeah. So I'll use my skills. I'll use those skills and the capabilities I have for the same. Thank you for your time. Napatia na mic.
Thank you very much, Director. We are moving. Cornelius will be our next speaker. Cornelius.
As Cornelius is coming, I'm realizing that in the YouTube channel, some of you inside here are commenting. Just avoid it if you can. Avoid commenting if you can. If you have a concern, you can just raise it up. Ask. Feel free. Nobody's victimizing you for asking a question. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Tuwei Cornelius. I am a fourth-year student from the School of Engineering, pursuing civil and structural engineering. I am a member of the Institution of Engineers of Kenya, that is the IEK, and I have served as the executive committee in the Engineering Students Association. I am also the former Congress from the School of Engineering, and I am vying for the position of special member in charge of games, sports, and entertainment in USO. In the recent past, I have worked with the previous special members in charge of games, sports, and entertainment, that is Engineer Vincent Kiplimo in the 9th SE, Mr. Elvis Parsin in the 10th SE, and I have gained enough experience and expertise that will enable me to lead in the docket of sports. I have been in the committee planning the engineering league, and I am also part of the planning committee in all the activities involving the sports sector. With me, I am ready to walk in the footsteps of my predecessors to ensure that we ignite passion and inspire comrades to participate fully in sports, games, and entertainment. And here are some of the issues that I wish to address once I get into the docket. One of the issues is the 5 p.m. policy. In this university, lectures run from around 7 a.m. up to beyond 5 p.m. I think we need to create a policy such that beyond 5 p.m. there should be no classes to enable comrades engage in sports activities, because we are in the home of champions and we are championing for the sportsmanship here at the University of Eldoret. Because as you well know, a studying student, too much studies without play makes a dull student. My second point is on the Physics Cup. The Physics Cup needs to incorporate all the sportsmen and women here at the University of Eldoret. You realize that in the recent past, the Physics Cup, we only play football games. And in the 10th SC, at least they incorporated other games such as the indoor and outdoor games, not only football, but other games, that is handball, hockey, rugby, and so on. So in the 11th Student Council, with your support of course, I will advocate for the inclusion of all the members in the Physics Cup.
VC's Cup is just a name, but it is a UOE Sports Day, and we should incorporate all the sportsmen and women during that day. We should also include the athletes. We are in the home of champions, and we should also champion for our rising athletes. At least once in a while, let us invite these successful athletes to come here, encourage our athletes, and together we are going to move forward. We will also incorporate the students from town campus to participate in our activities in the docket. Point number 3, I will work in collaboration with the school administration to ensure that a swimming pool has been constructed here at the University of Eldoret. The former sports director, Mr. Elvis Parsin, commenced or introduced the swimming club. And since the inception, they proceeded until the finals, that is in the nationals. They participated in the national, even though we do not have a swimming pool here at the University of Eldoret. I will champion for the construction of a swimming pool here at the University of Eldoret to aid our swimmers in training. But in the meantime, I think I will work with the Department of the Sports Director here at the University of Eldoret to ensure that at least we give a little stipend to this swimming club so that it facilitates their activities and training fees, because I understand that they've been training at Rupert's Mall. Now, point number 4, I will partner with sponsors. We realize that here at the University of Eldoret, entertainment and sports docket, we only rely on the Freshers' Night and the Cultural Week to facilitate entertainment here at the University of Eldoret. With your support, of course, I will liaise with very many sponsors, including Safaricom and Coca-Cola, so that at least the end Friday of every month, we have free entertainment here at the University of Eldoret, so that we will not only rely on the Cultural Week and the Freshers' Night, but also rely on these sponsors to provide free entertainment. I am also aware that we have a deficit of playing fields here at the University of Eldoret. There are only 2 football fields, that is the one in the pavilion and the one in the new site. And we have been relying on the one that is in Moi Marula for our activities, especially the Chep League. I will push for the addition of fields here at the University of Eldoret so that we may promote these games and push the docket to a higher level. I will collaborate with the director of sport, that is Dr. Kibet, so that we may have additional coaches. Here at the University of Eldoret, we only have 4 approved coaches. And the rugby, the hockey, and the football team do not have a coach, approved coaches. Those coaches are the ones only willing, those who have sacrificed themselves to coach. So with the school administration, through the docket, I will champion for the addition of coaches so that our players are well trained, so that they represent us here at the University of Eldoret and beyond. I would like to appreciate the administration through the 10th SC, that is through the docket of game, sports, and entertainment, because they have been funding Chep League. And in the 11th SC, through your support, we will champion for the provision of game kits, that is the jerseys used by players to play, because you realize that most of these players either hire the game kits or they share amongst themselves. Another thing is I will collaborate with NGOs so that we can at least sponsor some of our talented athletes. We have NGOs like Nike and our successful athletes who are willing. I even have one who is willing to sponsor the softball games here at the University of Eldoret. And through your support, when I get into the docket, I will advocate for that, bring in more NGOs, they sponsor our games, boost the funding of USO, and we will move forward together. We also need to include the members with special needs, that is the PWDs, here at the University of Eldoret, at least once in a month or once in every academic year. We have a day to celebrate the sportsmen, people living with disabilities, so that we can champion for theirs also. We also need to rehabilitate our fields. At least when we go on long holiday, especially the field in a new site, when it rains, it is in a dilapidated situation, and our players find it very hard to play in that field. So at least that is one of the roles I will take when I get into this docket, so that I advocate for the rehabilitation of those fields. And if possible, let us have portable goalposts, so that we can utilize not only the field in the new site, but the additional fields that are available here at the University of Eldoret. Together, we are going to take the special member, the docket of special member in charge of games, sports, and entertainment to another level. We are in the home of champions, and we should realize that we are in the home of champions through the docket. With those few remarks, I really seek for your support, and together we are going to move forward and deliver to the comrades of University of Eldoret. Thank you. Any question?
Very fast. Let's agree. Short and precise. D. Is it a D? Short and precise. Kama umeinua mkono. Short and precise. Sawa. Aya, muinue nione. Okay, let me start with petrol.
Swimmers. I'd like you to elaborate on that, because what the proposed competition at Africa, then you will think that they will reimburse us all to training. Now, what strategies have you, do you want, or will you put in place to ensure that those strategies that you are going sports direction, maybe a combination strategy can ensure that this coming semester, the coming events, we are well equipped with that. Thank you.
You have not been precise. Yes? Just be precise. Yes.
Mr. Cornelius, I have a question. I understand that you are part of the committee is protecting the system. It's quite interesting that you come from the School of Engineering. You know that we were knocked out of the VC staff competition. And we had clean evidence as a school that the people who knocked us out and poached players from outside were not students. We were part of the committee. We just thought we had an upper hand, having you in the committee, that we would take our grievances and act upon them. That's the kind of busy stuff we want us to be having, where people can get professional players from outside and get people knocked out. And
next, Sirel.
Thank you, Mr. Cornelius. One of your functions as the Director of Sports and Entertainment is to provide free entertainment activities to university students. So what are your plans alongside these obvious ones like the cultural week and the Freshers' Night? What are your plans on provision of free forms of entertainment to university colleges?
Next. Alois.
Okay, thank you. So I have three concerns. First is the concern about the swimming pool. So how is it going to make, how is it possible to construct the swimming pool? So just elaborate us on how the mechanism we have put in place to do so. Secondly was about, you talked about portable goalposts. So I'd like to know what quality of goalposts are you talking about, because I've seen most of the portable vehicles, they are weak and they don't last for long. Yeah, then lastly is about partnership. So I'd like you to elaborate more on how you're going to do the partnership. You have talked about partnership with Safaricom, Coca-Cola, and the rest. So I'd like to know more about how you're going to do so.
Be precise. Lawrence?
Now, my questions are been asked, so I just want to congratulate my brother here because how is football training this class? I will work with it, I will collaborate with it, I will champion it. Congrats, brother.
Moses? Precise?
Almost about everything, but squaring is squaring. The first one is concerning, apart from organizing Treasures Night and cultural weeks and the physical, what other activities are you going to introduce? Another one, I think you know about the JP. Tomorrow at 7:45 a.m., can you come to the field and see how those players are standing there? Even parking a referee is having a problem because a referee is waking up at 7 and come to the game at 8 to then 5 in the evening and pay 150 shillings. And the school itself is seeing that so many problems that those players are passing, and there's not any issue. I've already confirmed that I'm talking about that. So as a sport or as a incoming sport director, what are some of the strategies are we going to do to make sure that the players and the Sheffield are getting comfortable? They are very good players in Sheffield. We can even get sponsored to go and play the Kenya Premier League. What are some of the strategies that are coming up so that the players even can get that links to go outside and play that? So that one day we come say that we have one player from the University of Eldoret playing in the Premier League in Kenya. Another one, how are you going to distribute the cases to 16 teams that are playing in the Champions because you have mentioned that? Another thing is about how are you going to make those fields like the pavilion field and the new side field to be conducive. Right now we are having agricultural school of NRM, and I'm one of the players playing that team. We are going to borrow jerseys from elsewhere as a becoming sport director. Elvis, I think you know what's going on there. We have, the last time we played semi-final, I personally have gone to borrow jerseys, and you are the one sponsoring the physical. Why don't you sponsor us with jerseys? Thank you for mentioning about jerseys. What are the strategy are you going to do to introduce those 16 jerseys to those teams?
Fine. We are done with that file. Let's pick one from Joroge, from online.
I have two questions from the online platform. Mr. Tuwe, this is a learning institution, classes which are 5. How will you convince the whole institution to fall in love with your tardy hawks? Then the other question, okay, when you said about the classes to end at 5, in fact the VC lacks the powers to do so at a personal level. Do you think you can manage that?
I'm giving you 1 minute 30 seconds to respond to those questions because your time is.
I have so many questions, so if you give me more time, I'll be able to elaborate on the questions. Unless
just answer them directly. 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay, swimming pool. Pensu asked about the strategies. I think swimming pool was not here. It was introduced. It was a club that was introduced by the former director, Mr. Elvis Barcia. And the strategies that I'll put in place, I'll say, we are going in liaison with the school administration. I cannot do this alone. In liaison with the school administration, let us construct a swimming pool for our talented swimmers. I am a civil and structural engineering student, and I can produce drawings and all the designs for a swimming pool. And I will present the designs to the VC for consideration, and we will construct a swimming pool for our players. On the strategies, I said, in the meantime, I will liaise with the games office, that is the director, Dr. Kibet, so that we can provide some little fee. If not the full fee, at least some fee together for the training purposes. That is, they usually train at Rupa Small, and if we have a swimming pool, but in the meantime we provide a little fee, it will boost the morale of our players, and they will go even beyond the nationals. On the VC's Cup Engineering, I am part of the committee of the VC's Cup tournament here at the University of Eldoret. And we had a case about the School of Engineering versus the NRM, so that we provided evidence about the illegal players poached from outside to play in the league. So as part of the committee, we provided that. And as a committee, the committee unanimously made a decision to let the School of NRM proceed to the semifinals, because of the repercussions that would have happened if we had let engineering play in the, to let engineering play, continue with the play. And as you well remember, through the coach, Mr. Aguero, that is Alaz Aguero, he's called David Musyoka, we had to postpone the first play from the School of Engineering. We had to postpone the first play with the School of Science. So therefore, I contacted the director of sports and with a plea to postpone the game, and he did so. When he came now with another issue, the committee unanimously decided to let the School of NRM proceed because of the repercussions that will have happened within the whole school. So that is it. Alois, construction of swimming pool, goalpost. Construction of the swimming pool. I said I'm a civil and structural engineering student. I am able to produce the detailed drawings of a swimming pool, and we can construct a swimming pool here at the University of Eldoret. I will present that to the Vice Chancellor for consideration when I get into power. Lawrence, congratulations. Other activities. I said I am the link to the NGOs and the sponsors out there. I will invite the sponsors to come into our school, sponsor our talented athletes and sportsmen so that they can engage in the activities outside and represent, they be ambassadors of our school. Cheblik, the jerseys, we will, within the USO fund and the school administration, let them put something little so that we provide jerseys not only in the VC's Cup tournament, but also in the Cheblik. I am aware that they are not provided with any jerseys, they usually hire. But if we provide them with even half, we don't have to provide for all the 16 teams. We can provide at least half of the teams. And
allow me to cut you short.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much. 2 minutes, please.
Just for example, you guys are doing poor in terms of time. If we continue this way, it will spill over till darkness comes, and it won't be appropriate. So if we can structure ourselves in the minutes we've been given, let's say we have 10 minutes, use 7 minutes to bring out your issues and manifestos, then the other 3 minutes can be used for questions. If you're wise enough, you could be able to incorporate such questions in your manifesto so that it won't recur again. We are leaders, let's keep time. Thank you.
Thank you very much. In the next life or in future, not in future, in the next seats, we will not allow your fellow aspirant to ask you questions. Like, you are coming from the docket of sport, you have spoken, and also you want to ask questions. No. To avoid issues in the seats like second and chairperson. Now, secondly, we are reducing time to 7 minutes. So you have 5 minutes of airing out. You just be precise with your manifesto and 2 minutes for questions. Duncan Okumu, take the floor. Very, very precise, please. Duncan. Agent for Duncan. Thank you. We have Fidelis. Wherever you are, Fidelis, take the floor. I expect you to be very precise and to the point. Exactly 5 minutes.
Yes, we will be out, by the way. I'm not going to get to work with you.
Yes, good afternoon. Yeah. Diwa, Tibiot Fidelis, aspirant for seats of members of sports, games, and entertainment. The following are the manifestos. First of all, we have a thing called gender equity and inclusivity. Are we together? In that section, we have our beloved ladies. In our playground, I've only seen some few playing football, ladies. Yet we have them within our environment. Next one is this one. We have the problem with our calendar week. I will request our department if you elect me as your upcoming sports member and entertainment. I request the funding to this field of calendar week that can be extended to 1 week, not 3 days. Another one, and it is the final one. We have those people with special needs. I haven't seen even a single person being involved in that field of playing a game. I haven't seen even a single ground where our beloved brothers and sisters with special problem playing there. That's all.
Thank you. Questions very fast? Are there questions from online? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Fidelis, a warning, kindly tell your supporters or your followers to stop using abusive language or whatever answer they are writing in the comment section. Because I know them by name and I can spot them. Well, if you know Ronald Kiprotich, warn him. If you know Esho, warn him. Thank you very much.
God bless you. Thank you.
I appreciate you. Very fast, we are moving to Bob Kiluke. Bob, I expect you to be very precise like Fidelis. Yes.
Thank you. Good afternoon once more again. Good afternoon. Okay, I am Bob Kiluke, a second year of the School of Education. I'm here as an aspirant of the incoming Student Council, special member in charge of sports, games, and entertainment. Thank you very much for your time. We were a bit late, and I hope that next time, the sake, we were here at 10. Some of us were here at 10. So next time, at least even if we know we are Africans, but let's try to come here on time. Thank you very much. So, as far as games are concerned, then I think I'm very, very competent for this, because let me begin by I'm a member and I am a team leader. I am a captain in one of the best teams here in UOE. We have very best teams here. We have very good teams here in UOE, but I know their challenges and I know we are going to address them, and we are aware of those challenges, and I know we are in Eldoret. Eldoret is a home of champions. So why can't we make UOE those sorts of those champions? I know they have the potential. They have everything they need. Maybe they just need leaders to represent them well in the games docket so that they can do and they can give their best. So I'm aiming and I am looking forward to make UOE that every talent is going to count, that we are going to make UOE the source of champions. To begin with, I just have three manifestos. Number one is accountability. I'm going to be responsible as far as games are concerned. We have very small issues affecting us and we are not addressing them here. We have first aid kits. I'm aware that there are players here and we don't have first aid kits. The other time we were in Annex competing for Kusa Rift competition. Our players were injured. Just imagine how humiliated we would be. A very big university like us, we were going to borrow first aid kit from the Bomet University, a very small school from, I don't know which forest are they. But UOE, we are a very big school. We have the potential. We have everything. We have a very good management, very good financial management committee. And I know a first aid is not something we are going to lack. We are not, even if we have to share, we begin it there, we share. There are teams that we share leagues. For example, the netball and the handball, we attend the same league. So I can, even if ikikuwa ngumu sana, mbona tusitafutie hiyo first aid kit, we will share, and then things will be fine. So first aid kits, even in the CHEP league, there are no first aid kits. Players get injured, we just wash their wounds with water, and then they go back to the field. Number two, it's the issue of allowance. We are not talking of allowance here, and I think because you are not players, those people who are here before me, they are not players, and they don't know, even maybe they don't know what allowance is. Allowance is the money we get given when we go to participate in games. We were going to Moi, and we are being given 200 shilling. Just imagine 200 shilling. You have bought your water, you have put your airtime there, you remain with 40 bob. You have no option, but you just go and eat some chafua there. So imagine water and water in the stomach, and you are a player. So seriously, this is something that at least allowance is not some, I don't need a lot of money. We just need this 200. Why can't we add another 200? Let it be 400 for at least games that are around. Those that are far, they are always paying the 1800. Let's add just that 200 to be 2K at least a day, so that our comrades, our players can have the financial and can have everything that they need. Number two is players' retainment. As far as academic is concerned, a person gets a first class, they are retained here. What about a player? Like my team, I have 2 national players who are playing in the Kenya netball team, national team. I have them here. They are part of us. They are training us. So why can't they finish? They come back and train us. We have athletes, very good ones. Why can't they come back and train us? We have them as the team coaches. They can do very well, and they can manage us very well. So I think team coaches should be introduced. We have very good teams in UOE. What they just need is somebody to push them, to add them some skills, and then we are good to go. Point number two is inclusivity. As far as my previous members have said, maybe I will also have to add, we have the issue of town campus people. They are part of us. We are one family. But they are never involved in such games. Why? So I'll make sure that those people from there, in terms of in team selection, in the time of VC Cups, at least they get aware that we have this competition here. Let them come and represent their own schools. Number two, we have people living with disabilities. They are never involved in any of the game. There are some little games. We can just start from little small things like chess. We have drums, we have drumming. They can play those instruments very well. So why can't we begin from there and push them higher, and also show them that they are part of us, so that UOE, when they advertise it there, everyone sees that we are all included. Every member of the society is included there. Number two, under inclusivity, we have other activities. We have very many bicycles in UOE. We have very many skaters in UOE who can do skating. They have a very good infrastructure here out there. I always find them training along the wall. I ask them, are you having any game? No, we are just, those people have passion, but they don't have a premises where they can show their talents. So why can't we give them a chance, at least once in a year? It's not a lot of budget, it's not a lot of money. Why can't you just organize once in a year? You bring your bicycles, we organize a tournament here, bring your skaters, we organize your competition also here. So that is where we will begin, and I know we are going to go very far. Okay, thank you. Maybe just on the entertainment part, we have our actors, we have our singers, we have our actors and the comedians. UOE, the previous government suggested that we should have a 1-week event. So now mine is just to go and push them to have that 1-week event, so that those actors, those singers in UOE, those comedians, at least 1 whole week, it is enough for them to show their talents, to entertain us, and then before the external now comes, I think they should just they should just also be given time. Last one?
No. It is enough. You have said enough. Thank you. I invite questions in the next 10 seconds. Any question in the next 10 seconds? Yes, please. Very fast. You have 1 second.
Considering the fact that you are a captain and I'm also a sportswoman, I have some few questions for you. The first one is the issue on allowance. The last time we were at Annex, we were given 200 per day. 200 cannot sustain one for breakfast and for lunch, considering the injuries that one will have, and what strategies we will use to work on the allowance part. Secondly, is the part of uniform. We as players, we don't have uniforms. We use those uniforms that were used 10 years ago. Some are ragged. They are not even fit to be worn as we play outside there. What we would do on issues pertaining the uniforms. Third, on coaches. We need coaches at our fields, and how we do ensure that those coaches will be for the previous games that were in about 2 weeks, the Kusa women. We, the netball players, were the champions at the Kusa League, but we are not given a chance for the Kusa women. Consider they say that since we are qualified for the nationals, we need not to go for those games where we could enhance our skills. How we do with that?
Thank you. Very precise.
Okay, thank you. Majina ya Kileni is Makarate and Discipline. One of the best team in shule. Tuko na shida moja, tusijui kama utaweka strategies gani wakati tunasaidika. We normally go to friendly games. Lakini tukijaribu kutafuta usaidizi wa kupata basi ya shule huwa shida sana. Sasa tuna moja ya address sana.
Thank you very much. Just to be brief, let me start.
One from outside. Okay. Two, very fast.
Okay, so the first question says, how are you going to ensure that allowances is added? Classmate sport addition of even 100 bob, but it failed. Then the second question, inter-institution games, what do you have in place to foster this?
1 minute, 30 seconds.
Okay, there are some questions here are common, so I will start with Edis. I'm a victim of the same. I'm a player. I'm a victim of that allowance that is so little. I'm a victim of using that uniform that is used 10 years ago. So imagine me now going to that department. I'm a victim of allowance, no uniform. Just imagine what I can do. I can push them to make sure that there is uniform, and at least they add us that little amount of allowance. The issue of coaches, I've addressed it here. I have it in my manifestos, and I know I'm going to work with them. We can even have, as I've said, those best players from our teams. They can be retained also. Why are we retaining first-class people and we are not retaining players, best players? The issue of national games participation, we have a mode of selection. I think we have a league that is called, for example, the Kusarift. Kusarift, you qualify to the nationals. Number 1 and 2, you qualify to the national. So if you are number 1 and 2, automatically you will qualify. Maybe the Kusa women, they did not involve you because there are some other teams which there is a forthcoming international game in Must. So maybe they saw you are going there, and yet that little team has never gotten a tournament, and it appeared there. So why can't they give them a chance? Because this is a matter of inclusivity, having every team involved in the games. The issue of the karate, I have friends from there. They tell me their challenges. They don't have materials. Sometimes they even have to buy those punching, I don't know their names. They have to buy it. So for now, I'm going to make sure that at least there is a budget. There is a budget, and this money are enough. If you budget well, everything that we need will be enough. So I will make sure that we budget enough. We have those your needs. I will work with you, the captains, to make sure that your needs are represented in the department. I will follow up, and I will make sure that I will follow up. I'm a very responsible person, and I will go there with the needs of the comrades at heart, and I know I'm going to deliver. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for listening to me, and thank you very much for allowing me to represent you here. And I know you are going to elect me. I'm going to be the next sport director, and we are going to make UOE a source of champions. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's. You know, we are not used to these things. That's they are very strange. And kindly, we are training you to be professional. Sound. We are moving on well. And I want to invite Collins Kimutai and Collins Kimutai, Dr. Kim. You have strictly 5 minutes, kindly.
So thank you so much, the commissioners, all the shortlisted candidates, the members of the University of Eldoret, both here and online. I want to greet you all good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. I want to apologize to Commissioner Lona that I'm not going to bear the liability of poor time manager, so I'm going to have my 10 minutes. If you allow me, I'll be very brief. So I go by the name Collins Kimutai, alias Dr. Kim. I am a second year student in Department of Languages and Literature, pursuing Kiswahili and History as my core subjects. I am a leader, I am a mentor, a philosopher, and also I'm a sportsman. I'm an athlete since high school, and today I want to present to you, I want to bring you into a world of actualism. All these people have spoken, I like their manifestos, it's so beautiful, and I'm going to take it to the bank. So in my pinpoint plan, one of the things that I've observed, I've been working all this week, I've been very busy, taking views from the players and the participants in the sports sector. I've been in the field. If we met with you once, I've been there, trying to get to know what do they need. And one of the things, to begin in the entertainment industry, they just concluded Cultural Week. Some people are disillusioned by the fact that they suspect that those judges have been there for long, and they suspect that they have developed a sense of partisanism. So that's the thing I'm going to handle when I go to office. The first thing is to ensure that those charges are going to be renewed, if possible yearly, or after every activity that is done in the school. Number two is on the those artists who are invited to come to entertain us. Those people were so much displeased. Someone was telling me that you are inviting for us someone who has less than 100 subscribers. I said, I don't know. But you are going to ensure that if USO budget is going to be that accommodative, because I want to thank the outgoing council for what they have done. They have pressed to ensure that the subscription fee for the USO account is increased. So it is going to give a certain deficit, which is going to allow us to manage these artists, those who are recognized nationally. Number three is the issue of, let's go to the issue of the assessment and upgradation of our facilities. Our facilities in the game sector are wanting. I'm sorry to say so, but if you are very keen on the Shepley, you'll see these people, when they are playing, they are using logs. You know, they carry a log, they put it as a goalpost. So we are going to advocate for installation of portable goalposts, which I think that going council has already been processed. I'm just going there to follow up because the director of planning has already begun that thing. So I'm going to follow up to ensure implementation of the same. There's also there is a plan by the institution, and I'm happy to say so. I'm going there as a sports director to work a plan which has been initiated by the school. There is a field in the Gate B which is supposed to be used for football. If you are very keen, there is a field there. And I'm happy because in collaboration with the national and county government, the school has saw it that it will be better. I'm sure most of you know that we'll be hosting AFCON soon, right? So they are going to set up that space. They are going to make it to reach national standards, international standards for the practicing of the AFCON. I'm very happy as the incoming sports director to tell you that we are going to work with them to ensure implementation of the same, that we're going to have a field which is going to be refurbished to be the best, and then it will be for our benefit and the benefit of the larger community of University of Eldoret. Also, there was an issue of the gym room. I'm happy to say that my outgoing director, Barsin, did something on that. I'm going to follow up to ensure that the gym room is returned back to Sirikwa Hall, where it was proposed initially to be. And then now the hall, I have the person in charge of disability. That all for gym, you are going to follow up to ensure that it's brought to the people of disability, where you can do your games, you can participate in your games in that facility. We are going to transfer the equipments in the gym room to the Sirikwa Hall for to create more rooms for the people living with disability. Also, I thank the administration also and the outgoing council for the 2024-2027 strategic plan, which I saw it better that they are going to bring in the sports academy. In the sports academy, this is where students pursuing physical education and recreation, and each and every student, they are going to be there to participate in those games, because you are going to a curriculum which is competency based. The CBC is centered in a manner that we must be basing on the real facts. So the university has a plan which they are going to create the sports academy, so that it is going to be the facility for the teachers, those who are doing PE, and all of us who will love to participate in that place. The issue of the VC Cup will ensure that the VC Cup incorporates all the schools, and I don't know what happened, but we are going to ensure that incorporate all the schools. The gender is going to be sensitive to all genders, and we are going to make it better. We are going to make it look like a VC Cup, not like a tournament in Sogomo. We are going to make it better and better for the betterment of our institution. Also, let me talk about inclusion of the PWDs in games and sports. We are going to liaise with the administration to ensure that we set up spaces, including the gym room, which I have said, to ensure that we accommodate those people living with disabilities. When I go to office, I'm going to assure you that we are going to be inclusive to everyone. We are going to ensure those people with disabilities participate in games. There are psychological triggering games, for example, chess, such games. We have the yoga games. We are going to ensure that everyone in this school is mentally healthy. We have issues of mental health which can be handled by the sports. These mental health issues, statistics show that in every 10 people, at least 8 are living with mental health problems. So we are going to ensure that these students get some time for them to refresh from the academic pressures and the like. And I've said we are going to include the psychological relaxing games, stress-free games, for example, the yoga games, the chess and the like. We are going to sit together the council and ensure that we include the same. So the town campus, we are going to include you also in the game sector. We are going to someone to talk about the e-gaming, that's the PlayStation or the like. We are going to look into that. If the USO budget is going to allow us, we are going to ensure that we create at least some spaces for e-gaming, for the PS, and the like. Traditional games also, we are going to measure into that and ensure that all students feel free to engage. We want every student to engage in sports. Sports is a nice thing. It is helping us to refresh. It is good for cardiovascular health. It is good for all of us. So I'm going to invite you to this journey, the journey to revolutionize the USO sports docket. So welcome, join me. We are going to work together in hand. And I have a lot of manifestos, but due to time, I love respecting time. We are going to meet with you. We'll be sharing more. So thank you so much. Thank you for giving me an ear. Maybe I'll take some questions.
Yes, as you prepare to take questions, Collins keep flagged. Aspirant for postgraduate, we had his apologies, and immediately after Kim, you are coming in before we go to the next topic. So prepare. Now, questions in the next 10 seconds. I'm taking 3. And I'm taking one from Davy A. Very fast. Can you structure your question to be very precise? Like what is your name? Very short. I was to give who next? Tarus.
We have associations, and these associations are our teams. You haven't talked about this the team that you're planning the churches, churches. So when you just get a break, how will you assist the association teams to also participate in these activities?
Thank you. Moses?
So, I have one question about all these activities. What are these activities are you going to introduce in all these activities? Because you cannot tell me what is the activity to go to them. They will create a lot of them. What are the activities that are going to introduce?
Thank you. Because we don't have a question from online, let me take one again. Yes, that's final.
Thank you. So, this seat is very, most corporates are attracted by this seat. So, for all the contestants in that seat, whoever wins, ensure you incorporate all the manifestos from all your contestants so that you give us all the corporates. So, when we travel with our school buses, no music, what do we do? We as corporates do something so that we can plan trips which will be made by our money.
Thank you. Kim, 2 minutes.
Okay, I'll respond to the first question, though I did not get your first point, but I'm going to respond to the gym thing. Now, you are talking about the facilities of the gym being old, or they are not there in efficiency. Now, we are going to liaise with all the USOC members to see to it that we replace the worn-out, the worn-out equipments, or the equipments which are no longer functioning. We are going to sit down, draw a budget, if it's going to allow us to. And we are going to propose other sources of raising finance. For example, seeking for support from elsewhere, partners who can come and support us. So we are going to see to it that we work together in collaboration with the school management to see to it that we replace those particular facilities and make that place good for exercise. The next was association teams. We are going to work together with our coaches. We are going to work as a team. I promise that one. I'm also, let me say I'm a manager of Nakwesa team. I know what they are going through. I'm going to champion for them to stand in, what's the chaplain or what? Or generally the support they need. Those people need balls, they need all those things. I'm going to work with them to see their preferences and to ensure that all the needs are gathered for. The PWDs, their games.
30 seconds.
Thank you. Their games are okay. I don't know because we have a lot of games in the PWD section. But what I know is that there are games which are friendly with them. For example, e-gaming, I've said that. So we are going to sit down with them. We are going to base on feedback mechanism. We are not going to work. We just think and work in a day. We are going to take their feedback, put them into consideration, and work based on their preferences. So otherwise, I think I've responded to all the questions. I want to welcome you to a journey of revolutionizing the team. University of Eldoret must be great. Let us work together in making it great. Let us uplift our sports to another level to make sure that we reach the national standards. Otherwise, thank you so much, and I wish for your support, and I know you are going to support me, and we are going to work together. Thank you, and may God bless you.
Thank you very much. Very fast. You have 5 minutes.
Commissioners, members, all protocols observed, good afternoon. I thank you for this golden opportunity awarded to me as a persona. My name is Collins Kiplagat, a postgraduate. I would like to vie for a position of special member in charge of postgraduate and international students. With the interest of time, I would wish to move so quickly to my manifestos. The first one is research lab and greenhouses. Number 2, student ID. Number 3, examination results and exam cards. Number 4, student supervisor coordination and workability. Number 5, postgraduates and international students accommodation facilities within the university. Number 6, exchange program and field excursions. Number 7, postgraduate internships. Number 8, class representative recognition. Number 9, help loan to postgraduates disbursement. Number 10, and the last, innovation and research grants to be awarded to students. So moving so quickly, for research and labs greenhouse, you know that we do not have reliable facilities to undertake the research as postgraduates. I will, if given this opportunity, I would advocate for modern facilities in our labs so that our postgraduates can undertake their research more effectively. The second one is a student ID. Most, if not all, of the postgraduates do not possess their student ID. And this is really a challenge for us all, that they are having a difficult time accessing the school facility because they do not have this student ID. Well, what we're going to do for this, if the Equity Bank is not able to print the same on the time, through the office of the dean, I would advocate that we print in the school. We reprint the same in the school, since our school is ISO certified. So I believe we can do that. Examination results and exam card. Well, our postgraduates cannot easily access their results, and also some others cannot receive exam card on time, maybe due to some challenges that we are going to address them. Number 5 is the accommodation. As postgraduates, we have our accommodation at Chania, but unfortunately, no allocation has been done. Through the office of the dean of students, I would be able to ensure that all the postgraduates and international students are allocated these facilities just next to the Gate B, and also at an affordable prices per semester. And then also availability of flexible Wi-Fi at the same premises, so that our postgraduates can be able to do their research and also download their PDF. Another one is exchange program. So this is to improve our students' skills and hands-on expertise. I would, through the office of the dean, I would ensure that our postgraduates get an opportunity for a field discussions, so that they can be able to build their teamwork. They can also be able to connect with each other. Well, Thank you so much. I think that is all for me today.
Questions in the next 10 seconds? As he leaves for a seat, Josephine, are you in? Josephine?
Special member of the disability. Are you in?
Josephine is not in. Let's clap for.
Yes, if you are a student council aspirant, please move this other side. And if you're not an SC, please move to this other side. And you're going to be swift. If you're not an SC aspirant, move from this other side. I mean, this side is for SC. And if you're an SC and you're here, please move this other side. Kindly there, swift on that.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chef. Now, because some people are telling me that they are very hungry and they would like to go and see their stomach sorted. Now, we are going for the last, then we go for lunch. Hiyo itakuwa sawa? Tufanye ya treasurer, alafu tuende lunch. Tukirudi, sasa turudi kwa secretary, tumalizie chair, alafu muende mpige kelele suko. Si ndivyo? Haya. Now, treasurer, we are giving still the same minutes.
But I'm trying to embarrass with you because you see, we're running short of time. We want to be very swift in our doings. If you are called upon, see, please. 7 minutes strictly and 3 minutes for questions.
So let me start with Christine Geruto. If Christine Geruto is in, kindly. Agent.
Na ni hivyo unajua tukienda na kienda. Agent.
Okay. Valerie, if you are in, kindly.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Achieng Valerie. I'm a third year student in the School of Education, taking Home Science Geography. I'm contesting for the tertiary post. So here are my manifesto. If you vote me in, here are the things that I promise to do. Number 1, I'll ensure that there is equality in distribution of school bursaries. I propose to implement a fair and transparent distribution of bursaries. And to that, I will consider things like financial need, academic performance, if a student is extracurriculum activities, students that are active in extracurriculum activities should also be given the opportunity. Then my second manifesto is I will advocate for fair class representative and Congress allowance. So I will ensure there is an increasement of Congress and the class rep allowance by following transparent and accountable budget process. I will work with the finance officer to see if there are areas where we can make adjustments for the increasement of such allowance. Then my third manifesto is about health services and medical camp. As you are aware, most of the time if we go to the dispensary, most of the time there are no drugs, and all you are told is to go to the pharmacy and buy. So I'll advocate for quality services, and I'll cooperate with the Dr. Baraza in charge of the health services to ensure that services that are given are of quality and inclusive, meaning even students with disability can access the qualities. Then about the medical camp, I'll advocate for medical camp to sensitize us on matters such as nutrition, sexual health, and to provide free screening during the medical camp. Then again, if you guys vote me in, I'll ensure that there is accountability and transparency in management of USO funds. By doing that, I'll ensure that I account for every penny by ensuring there is a system of checks and balance to ensure that funds are used responsibly. Then again, my last point is increase student involvement. I'll advocate for better student input in budget process, like for example, school representatives. I think if you guys give us suggestion, we'll come up with a budget that address all your concerns and needs. Yeah, I think those are my manifestos. Any question for me?
Thank you very much. Now, questions in the next 10 seconds. Questions? No, Eugene, you not yet.
We are paying. When you see on the fee structure, we are paying money for our health services. So what measures are you going to put in place to ensure our health is going to and is going?
Thank you. Next question. Okay, Tarus.
Okay, I'm Tarus, and my question is concerning the USO bursaries. We are aware that university has allocated some bursaries, but that bursary is too new that cannot accommodate some students, and the students are here. And I want to come that we will vote for the increasement of that bursaries. And also, we want to go and ensure the equitable distribution of the bursaries. We are aware that these offices are not doing fair distributing the bursaries, yet people have the imbalance.
There are no questions from online, so I give you 1 minute to answer that.
So about student bursary, I think as a committee member of bursary fund, first of all we'll ensure that leaders from those cultural groups are presented. Not that in a bursary committee there are only leaders from one, let me say, ethnic group. Then number two, to ensure that there is fair bursary distribution. First of all, we look at the financial need. Financial need, I mean, if someone has a fee balance of 10,000 and another person has a fee balance of 2,000, of course we'll choose to help the one in more fee balance. Then you say it's small amount. Tarus, come up with the question again. Okay, by making sure there is increased allocation of bursary, I think we'll do budget review and see areas that we can make adjustments so that we can allow the increasement of school bursary fund. Then issue about drugs. Yeah, I think the problem is the health facility. They usually write let me say like a proposal, but it delays. In that, by the time the proposal is being released or the drugs are coming into school, we are already at home or during the long holiday. So I think I'll push for that so that it happens in appropriate time. I hope I have answered your question. Ambulance. Come up again.
So, I asked that in some scenario, when someone is sick, and that the student requires a support from the school, and like an ambulance is required. So, the phone call is called the health service department, and the driver might go to a certain place and return back and say that I have not found the patient. Get someone sick. So what actions are you putting in place? That's the scenario that happened there at the plant. The driver went there and returned back, saying no patients, and someone was there. So what actions are you putting in place?
Where was the patient if she was not there at the point?
Someone, I'm using an example that if someone is sick and is found in the house, no one can call you and say that so and so is sick without confirming. So the driver must ring them. What is the ambulance getting out of the cave? Going nowhere. And someone has called and at a certain place and returned back without finding and saying that there is no one missing. So he or she must reach that place and found and see who was calling.
Okay, thank you. I've heard your question and I will answer it. Such questions is what I term as irrelevant, personal, and rhetorical. Why? Because whoever these people are aspirants, those questions should be directed to whoever was there. Those who are shortcomings, right? Those who are their shortcomings. So these people will also have their shortcomings. Those questions should be addressed in class rep and AC meetings. Thank you, Van. We are moving on well, and I want to invite Lila, Pamela. Pamela, Lila, you have strictly 5 minutes.
Thank you, as Pamela is coming. Eugene, you've been warned several times. I beg you rise up and leave the place.
Eugene, can you leave immediately?
Eugene, leave this place. Leave this room.
Can you leave immediately?
Leave this room immediately. You don't have to force me to leave. Don't force me to go there.
Mr. Chairman, the Student Electoral Commission, and colleague aspirants, good afternoon. Good afternoon once again. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I'm Pamela Lila, a University of Eldoret student. I'm in 3rd year, taking education arts. I'm humbled by the opportunity of service in contesting for the portfolio of the Student Council Treasurer, and I stand for hashtag Boresha Pesa na Mama Pesa. I would like to explain to you why I think I will be a good treasurer for the 11th Student Council. First of all, I'm really passionate about record keeping. I have strong interest and dedication to maintaining accurate, organized and detailed records of information. I'm also an organized student who is always determined. Another thing, I'm aware of discipline and technical financial knowledge required when preparing a budget and consistency of hard work required, keeping those documents up to date. Another thing, I believe in myself and I know that I'm a natural hard worker, and in that, I believe I'm ready to take this position of treasury. I always work with no supervision or little. If elected into the office, these are the things that I will promote. First, I will promote financial transparency. That is, I will provide clear, comprehensive, and timely financial reports that enable the stakeholders to understand the financial health and performance. Another thing, I will have the budget management. I will plan it, I will organize, and I will monitor and control the financial resources in order to achieve financial goals and objectives effectively. I will implement control to prevent maybe overspending and ensure compliance with the budget. Another thing, I have experience and expertise. I have got experience, I have got skills, I have got knowledge that is required in the post of treasury. I have served as the treasurer of Full Gospel Church and also the University of Eldoret Maasai Student Association. Another thing, I'll have strategic plans, and resource optimization. What do I mean? I will set goals and determine actions to achieve those goals. I will maximize the use of those goals. I will maximize the use of available resources such as maybe finances, technology to achieve my goals. And I will minimize waste or maybe inefficiencies. Another thing, I will collaborate and build partnership. We will work together with the executive members to achieve our goals. We will share ideas, we will exchange them, and responsibility in a cooperative manner to achieve beneficial outcomes. I will establish strong and enduring relationship based on shared values and objectives. Another thing, I will introduce USO Loan Fund to all students. USO Fund to all students, what I mean is that USO Loan Fund will be a beneficial initiative to support students in need of financial assistance. I will research and I will plan on existing loan fund models in maybe other universities. I will develop a clear plan outlining the objectives, loan terms, and repayment conditions for the fund. I will seek support from the key stakeholders to ensure the success of the initiative. As you are going to elect the best treasury or the best treasurer, please make me your choice as the treasurer of the 11th Student Council member. I always say leadership is not about the next election, it is about the next generation. Thank you, and please vote me in.
That's very nice. Let me take questions and let me clarify this. I've removed the dream out because we say there's no murmuring. We want maximum cooperation so that we move very fast. So if what I've done has made you hurt, kindly find someone in your heart to forgive me. Now let's take questions. Any questions? Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. As we move on, Chef Kemoy Sharon, kindly come. Chef Kemoy, we expect you to be precise.
Yes, please, the land conference. The land conference. Just be attentive to listen to what these aspirants are saying. Is that too much for us?
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chepkemoi Sharon, a second year student in the School of Education, contesting for treasurer. Now, I will go direct to my manifesto. My number one of my manifesto is transparency. Under that one, I will ensure you, when you elect me in, I will ensure that I maintain highest standard of financial transparency and make sure that students and the leadership may readily access all financial data. Number two, accountability. I commit to maintain accurate records of each and every financial transaction, as well as to regularly reporting and updating members and leaders of USO. Number three is about regular updates. I will will provide regular financial updates through reports, meeting, and also keeping you informed about our financial health and decision. Number 4 is the allocation of funds. Concerning that one, I will ensure that the allocation of funds is shared on time, factoring in needy cases during the allocation. Another one is about investment strategy. I will explore responsible investment, e.g., taking, for example, student center, Sarova, for example. I will ensure I will make collaboration with the student council, with the I will push the president finances and transparency, and therefore I pledge to serve with honesty and devotion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sharon. Any questions to Sharon? So, none? Let me invite